My name is Jay Ford, and I'm the Virginia Policy Advisor for the Chesapeake Bay Foundation. Today, we're going to be talking about the oldest continuous legislative body in the Western Hemisphere, the Virginia General Assembly. The Virginia General Assembly is the legislative body for the Commonwealth of Virginia. It is comprised of two chambers. The House of Delegates has 100 members, serve for 2-year terms, and is presided over by the Speaker of the House. And the Senate has 40 members, serve for 4 years, and is presided over by Virginia's Lieutenant Governor. As a member of the General Assembly, a delegate or a senator has the ability to introduce legislation. They may also introduce what's known as a budget amendment, and that is changes to the governor's introduced budget to help fund one of their given priorities. But in addition to that, they serve on committees where a lot of the more robust conversation occurs on pieces of legislation. The Virginia General Assembly meets in the city of Richmond on Capitol Square. The Capitol itself is where they meet for their floor sessions, where all members join together to vote on final passage of measures that are before the body. The General Assembly building, where we're seated right now, is where a lot of the rubber meets the road. That is where committees meet. It is where all of the individual members have their offices, and it is where you, citizen lobbyists, can access your members and have conversations with them about matters before the body. On even years, we tackle the budget here in the Commonwealth, and on odd years, we make little adjustments and tweaks. So in even years, you can expect the General Assembly to go a bit longer as they work through their legislative work and the development of a brand new budget. Virginia's General Assembly begins the second Wednesday of January each year. Other important dates to note is crossover, and that is when each of the respective legislative bodies, the House of Delegates and the Senate, must finish passing all of the legislation that is before them. But if it is not acted on before the crossover date, it will not go over to the other body for approval. Towards the end of the General Assembly, the respective bodies will release a shared vision for a budget. That is known as Budget Sunday, as it's always released on a Sunday afternoon. There is an additional session when they reconvene to consider vetoes that the governor may have offered, as well as amendments. That is known as veto session. One of the great things about Virginia's General Assembly is how genuinely accessible it is to the average citizen. If you want to get involved, you have the opportunity. You can come here in person, participate in a committee hearing, talk to your legislators, or you can participate virtually now. But the most impactful voices in the room are always the individuals who come from the districts these members represent. You may feel like this is a daunting process or a daunting building, but understand that you have far more power than many other people walking around this building. They are ready and willing to hear from you, and you can absolutely make a difference on this legislation. Thank you so much for taking some time to learn about the basics of the General Assembly. For more information on the General Assembly 101 and how you can get involved, you can visit the VCN YouTube page and website.